Hello everyone, my name is Robin and Burnie Burns has acquired the Rooster Teeth IP as of February 5th, 2025, so he once again owns it and he will once again create content online under that brand. Original management, original logo, original website, and YouTube channel. Everything old is new again, as they say. He and his wife Ashley are the only two people involved in this at this time. They have acquired only Rooster Teeth and anything that remains as part of that IP. In other words, this does not apply to RWBY, Death Battle, Achievement Hunter, Funhouse, or anything else that was sold off when the company shut down. So, Tales from the Sticky Dragon, the Regulation Podcast, 100% Eat, and anything else where the original RT employees bought the IP rights after the shutdown, they're still operating as is because they have full ownership. So nothing about the ownership changed just because Burnie bought Rooster Teeth, because those are no longer owned by Rooster Teeth and what have you. As of yet, the only things involved are the Morning Somewhere podcast that Burnie and Ashley host, the Rooster Teeth podcast, Red vs. Blue, and Camp Camp. Those are all listed on roosterteeth.com, which is back up. Now, does this mean that RWBY and Camp Camp are continuing? It's possible on paper, but more likely not in my own personal opinion. This is at least an acknowledgement that they have the distribution rights for what already exists, so they can keep these shows on the Rooster Teeth platform and you can watch them there. So even though RWBY was a Rooster Teeth IP, it is no longer, and VIZ Media owns everything surrounding it, including the distribution rights. So now that they own the Rooster Teeth IP, what will they do with it? They are going to create content again. That means reviving some of their old series that I mentioned earlier and creating new ones. And they hope to have things up and running by summer of this year at the latest, or May at the earliest. For example, as part of it, Burnie wants to reimagine a movie he made with Matt Hullum in college called The Schedule, working alongside Matt Hullum's company to do so. Burnie and Ashley will also host a Q&A for their Morning Somewhere podcast soon. It releases on Monday the 10th for the public, sooner for their patrons. That Q&A will likely clarify a lot of things moving forward, so if you're watching this after Monday the 10th, I will put a link to it in this video's description. And feel free to yell at me if it's not there already. Burnie thanked his patrons for making this acquisition possible, and he also stressed for people not to approach any of the former Rooster Teeth employees to ask them whether they are involved or not. He has said, again, it's only himself and Ashley. They are the only two employees involved in this at this time. Their plans ostensibly involve more people joining up if they're going to make all of these things that they want to make, but that doesn't mean any specific people, and it also doesn't mean that they got the ball rolling yet. There is no further information for them to share at this time. That information likely does not even exist. So, of course, respect everyone's privacy. Again, the Rooster Teeth website and YouTube channel are once again up. Burnie posted an announcement video showcasing the original logo. Burnie and Ashley hosted a 9.5-minute podcast episode about this as well. There's also a press release. These are all where I've gathered this news from, and they're all listed in the description below. Plus, again, that upcoming Q&A that I mentioned earlier. And if I forgot to include something else, I will put it there too, so please do check the description out if you are looking for more information. Now, to speak personally about this, it intrigues me, but I don't really care about it yet. I'm not invested in any of this at all. I could be in the future, depending on what might get announced, what former Rooster Teeth talent returns to it, or if it grows into something successful and they start something cool down the line, but as I said, RWBY is not involved. Anything else I enjoyed about Rooster Teeth does not appear to be involved and is still going on its own, doing its own thing. It's over. It's gone. It's been gone, and I've moved on. I'm only keeping tabs on RWBY, and that's it. None of what I'm about to say is confirmed or even teased, it's just my own 2 cents, so don't take it seriously. But I could see some of the projects like Tales from the Sticky Dragon rejoining Rooster Teeth's platform in the future. Those creators may want to make it happen because even though they have their own platform now and would continue to do that first and foremost, they've also linked up with Critical Role's platform Beacon in recent months, to where those subscriptions also grant people access to Tales from the Sticky Dragon. So why not do the same for Rooster Teeth where they came from? That's possible, as it is possible for anyone else, but again, it's just my own hypothetical. In other recent news, VIZ Media has launched an online merch store. This has been a bit, I didn't make a video on it because it's a merch store, but it does include some RWBY products in it. So it's nice to see that VIZ is acknowledging the fact that it owns RWBY at a baseline, but that's as far as it goes. The show proper still does not have any official means of distribution, physically or digitally, you can't stream it, etc. The only thing VIZ Media has done with RWBY on a public level so far is merchandise. And that's the news for now. Again, I've linked all of my sources in the description below, so if you want further reading, you can go and check there. I do not anticipate making more videos about Rooster Teeth's revival. Again, if you want further news, you can check out that Q&A if you're watching this after February 10th. But I will make videos about any RWBY news, so please like and subscribe to stick around for that. And so now I will close out the video with some words from Burnie and Ashley on their podcast. Like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. I'm Robin Rising. Have a good one.
We have acquired Rooster Teeth. When I say we, I mean the people on this podcast. It's me and Ashley. So please, on behalf of us, I'm asking, don't go to our former coworkers and friends and ask them, are you going back? Are you going back? Are you going back? When we talk about Rooster Teeth, we're talking about Rooster Teeth, the brand, not the company. And that's an important distinction because the company of Rooster Teeth has buildings and contracts and tons of equipment and everything like that. So this is kind of an interesting one in that we have acquired the Rooster Teeth brand, and very specifically the Rooster Teeth brand. Other shows like Funhouse and Achievement Hunter, and then big properties like RWBY, you know that that's already gone off to VIZ. So none of those shows are part of this, nor are any of the shows that were given to the creators when the company shut down in 2024. Our focus in this acquisition was the Rooster Teeth channels, meaning the website, the YouTube channel, all the social media accounts, and then all the shows they're in.
There was another part of the press release where we do mention some potential new projects. I'll just read this here quickly. Along with the acquisition, Box Canyon announced a new development slate of productions for 2025, including renewed production of some of the platform's classic shows, a new original audio adventure again, and an untitled reimagining of Burns' first film, The Schedule. It's not just old stuff coming back, also working on some new stuff.
Yeah. So the classic shows are ones we're going to be announcing some of those over the course of the next few months.
Yeah, and so the theme of this, a lot of this is sort of the like passion projects, right? Like things that you're excited to be making. And that is all in line with something we talked about earlier this year on the podcast, which is the vision of de-shittification
Right,
of our corner of the internet. Is really just chasing passion projects.
And I learned about the term shittification. I know it's been around for a while. And boy, it really hit for me last year because of everything that was going on with AI, everything from like generative content all the way to like AI influencers, and just not being able to tell what's going on the internet, and constantly feeling every single day that the internet is getting worse. And so our plan for 2025 is to de-shittify our little corner of the internet. And this is one of the first steps that we're making in order to do that.